This NFL Week 18 recap edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Draft now or play Underdogs Pick'em for a chance to win 100x. Promo code SGPN at UnderdogFantasy.com for a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. No hell. That's my fault, Sean. Do that again.
Dog.
Hello, Sean.
Hello, Ryan. Congrats to your Giants beating up on my Eagles. I hope you're happy.
Oh, side project in process. Just searching the transcripts for karma and injury. Hope to have some more details.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're a wee guy. Just want to know how much of this is on your hands. A lot of blood. Mid-season.
When have I cheered injuries?
Cheering injuries, predicting injuries, enjoying life at 10-1, living at the top. Just a lot of, maybe we should have pulled it back a little bit. In hindsight, maybe we pull it back a little bit.
Ryan, you got to feel good. You ruined a chance to get a quarterback in the draft. It's pretty exciting.
Draft pick went from 5 to 6. Take your fake news off my lawn. It was worth whatever draft value chart. It was worth it.
Oh, okay.
Reports close to the situation. Of course, I wasn't in the office, unfortunately.
No.
There were a lot of people that had sent me direct message personally to say, give him hell tonight. Let that Philly asshole know what his team is, which is a broken pile of shit. And so as this was happening, I could envision what I thought you would look like when the AJ Brown injury happened. I'm guessing you went into a place where you were staring past God's eye and you were just annoyed at the fact that life was happening. And then you realized the Cowboys maybe were going to get the win anyway. So you're moving on to the playoffs. That being said, based on where you were emotionally in Vegas, it does seem like perhaps you've maybe just quit on the team altogether. I'm gonna predict there's a chance you take the Bucks if we record the podcast 2 hours from now. That being said, I had a reporter on the scene and quote, Green just seems shell shocked. Honestly, he may just be hoping the Cowboys win. Just cope better with the week. That was the most I could get out of Decker.
Yeah, no, I mean the Eagles played like complete dog shit, and then they put in Mariota, and yeah, it was the disaster. Ryan, you mentioned AJ Brown injured. Hopefully, nothing super serious with his knee. We do catch a minor break because we're playing on Monday night, so maybe that's an extra day to get healthy. Hurts dislocated his finger. That sucks. Sidney Brown tore his ACL out. He's done for the season. I mean, what do we have to do? How many injuries before these cheap bastards at MetLife fix the turf? Like, Ryan, you're running a 2-bit operation over there. Like, what? Why can you guys not afford real grass in Jersey?
That's the narrative, Round. Did you watch the play? Grass had nothing to do with that injury.
AJ Brown?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Of course it did.
Play.
I did. I was watching the game.
This is an interesting take. I'm going to be very curious how people.
So you don't think
there's
a higher percentage of injuries on MetLife turf?
No, they just changed the turf, and there's not this year. There's absolutely not. Right. And I'm not going to defend it because I agree with you. There should be grass.
Why would you not want to play on grass?
I'm also going to point out that was not what caused that injury.
Okay,
you sound petty right now.
Okay.
It wasn't a twisted knee situation. It wasn't a foot got planted funny situation.
Yeah, it was.
He got tackled in a football play.
Yeah, and on grass, your foot slides out easier than on turf.
This is I don't think this is a path you should be going down.
Okay, so you don't think there's higher chance of injuries on turf?
I think if he's going to hurt his knee like that on turf, he's also got a chance of hurting his knee like that on grass.
Yeah, sure. Anything's possible, but
also
I think
dropped the ball like a bitch.
All right.
That happened too.
Yes, he did fumble. You're right, Ryan.
But yeah, I mean, coming after the grass, this is now, I don't want to call you Chiefs guy, but this is now the second time in a year that you're blaming grass for a loss of something.
No, I didn't blame it at all. I do think the field is shitty, and
you're blaming the grass for the loss of AJ Brown.
No, I'm not.
First time it was the Super Bowl.
Okay.
What? Oh, you're just disengaging now.
Well,
taking your Eagles fans taking their toys and going home.
No, the Eagles got their ass kicked. I'm owning that.
And you pivoted right to a grass injury complaint.
Okay.
Yeah, that just seems like an Eagles fan taking their toys and going home.
What would you like me to complain about?
I mean, you shouldn't complain about anything.
What would you like my reaction to be?
I would like your reaction to be. I don't know. That's a good question. Like,
I'm
why?
very upset. The team played like shit. Yeah, I think there's a good chance Sirianni has lost the team. He certainly could be coaching for his job, honestly, in this playoff game.
Huh. Interesting. Why do you think that?
Because if your team completely quits on you,
you think they sided with AJ Brown over Sirianni or something like that, or you think this is unrelated to that? He just lost the team over the course of the season, like the TMZ stuff aside.
Yeah, I know you love the TMZ stuff, right?
Well, I'm pushing it to the side.
I mean, look at their effort in these last 6 games. It's been horrific. Also, the handling of Desai, putting in Patricia as the defensive coordinator, it's been an unmitigated disaster. They're not doing anything to adjust, and they look like complete dog shit. Now, they do have a chance to redeem a lot of the season Monday night against the Bucs.
That's true. Playoff start, nothing matters. You don't have, but
we're 0-0 going into the playoffs like everyone else.
That's true. A lot of question marks though, because it does feel like the fan base is in a different place than they've been maybe in the last 5+ years.
No, that's totally wrong.
Okay.
I mean,
when
you
were
remember
you at a place like this before?
You don't remember how bad it was the end of the Doug Peterson era?
Okay. I don't remember the team entering the playoffs with people saying "fuck this team."
Well, it's a very unique situation. You're right.
Fuck this coach. Like, it feels like people are wavering on Jalen Hurts. Like, what player on the team are people like? Yeah, this dude, he's good.
People are upset at the team.
I'm shocked that people are so quickly coming after Jalen Hurts. Shocked. That's all. It just seems.
I mean, in 2020, when they were 4-11-1, it was an unmitigated disaster. People were super pissed at the team.
Yeah, but they were 4-11-1. They weren't entering the playoffs. That's the difference. The difference is the team.
Yeah, no shit. That's what you asked. When has they've been down on the team, and I give you the answer.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's more just it feels different because the team is entering the playoffs and the fan base seems out on the idea that they have any chance.
Right, because they went 1-5 their last 6 games and looked horrific.
It's just, typically Philadelphia, an underdog story. This would be the time where you'd be rallying the troops.
What are you talking about? They went 1-5. They look like shit.
Yeah,
You're pissed.
They're entering the playoffs as an underdog.
We don't have the experience that Giants fans have of disaster seasons. So going 1-5 to close out the season is bad, and we're upset.
But you're still in the playoffs and you still have a chance.
Right. That's why I'm looking forward to Monday, having a chance to right the ship and beat the Bucs.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the fan base typically would try to rally around something as an underdog.
How can we rally around anything right now? The game just ended. We got our fucking ass kicked.
All right, fair.
I don't know what you're going for.
No, I'm just trying to get the raw emotion out. Hear what you have to say, and I'm genuinely.
I'm pissed. They suck. That's the breakdown. They fucking suck right now. Now fortunately they get to play one more game.
You want to talk to some people, work out some of these emotions.
Sure. Let's real quick. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game, get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Right now over on DraftKings, the Philadelphia Eagles are, 2.5 point favorites.
Oh no.
In Tampa Bay on Monday night.
Oh no.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SGP. New customers can bet just $5 to get 200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code SGP. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-797 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 160 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
Would you like to take a call?
Sure.
All right. I think I'm going to be going in order of operate. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I'm going to go in the order they came in. Plus, I'm sure he's going to plug another show, so we'll get him out of the way first. Where'd he go? All right. What from the college basketball experience, Michigan man and Detroit Lions fan. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that boneheaded decision to play all their starters and get some guys banged up. But Mr. Noah Bieniek is with us. What's up, Noah?
On guys, I'm calling for. I need a little life advice. You know, I dated this girl for a decade plus. We mutually broke up. She moved away to LA. She became like a Hollywood star, movies, big time. She made a lot of money. But like around holidays, she came back home and now she's in my hometown bar. Like I have a brand new group of friends that I'm hanging out with. And all of a sudden, like she brings back like this Hollywood boy toy and a couple of his buddies from one of the big jock movies, you know, and like they seem so cool. Like he won a Golden Globe or an Emmy or whatever for like best actor. And one of them's brand new. Like he just came onto the scene. Like he seems really cool. And the girls that I hang out with, one of them just threw up in the bathroom and then she had to leave. So I'm already down one. And then another one took a knee to the gut and was like feeling out her rib. And she's like, she wants the night to be over.
That's a lady from Michigan.
Yeah. So she might not be game for the rest of the night. And now it's just me with like two other guy friends and then two other girlfriends. And like, we're a good crew, but like we're looking over at my ex-girlfriend's group and we're like, man, it was good. It was good. We had a good time.
Anytime guys, you can get it.
What do I do?
Anytime now, you can let a puka run a train on you, you got to do it.
Now, clearly Noah's referring to Matt Stafford. I did lose some of the analogies halfway through.
I think Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are the cool,
the Hollywood boy toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Laporta.
Yeah.
He threw up in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
He's done.
I can see him.
He's probably
doing
out
some Jello
this week.
shots.
Well, that's a good metaphor for a knee. I like that.
Now,
yeah, no. The knee is Amon-Ra because he actually did. I didn't know what to use as a metaphor because like he actually did have a 300-pound man land with a knee right on his ribs, and he was feeling his ribs for the rest of the game. So a little bit nervous about whether he's 100% healthy, but honestly, more nervous about this secondary going up against those two receivers. Like holy shit,
yeah,
like 4 straight weeks with 150 plus receiving yards from one receiver. It's going to be fun. I think the place is going to be rowdy. Right now, Detroit Lions Twitter is deciding, or like they're trying to vote whether they boo Stafford or not. Like, I think we're in trouble. I really do.
I mean, already that just shows
you have to boo him.
How in the head Matt Stafford and the Rams are in Detroit. I think what you guys actually have going for you, and our buddy Derek Stevens always talks about this, it is Sunday night. It is the late game. You know, Detroit, I think, can be a sleepy spot early on. Obviously, it's the first playoff game in a long time, so they're going to get up for it. But the fact that it's Sunday night just has to add to the pressure, the excitement. But man, it does feel like the Rams already so in your head. And then the Rams riding that momentum of Carson Wentz, getting them a victory against the hated 49ers. Brian, this really could be a fairy tale movie. Imagine Matt Stafford getting knocked out and then Carson Wentz coming in and taking this Rams team on a run. It would be fucking hilarious. No, you have to be Now, are you worried as a Lions fan, or are you secretly this is the ultimate win-win? You either you either get to see the Lions win a playoff game, or Matt Stafford wins a playoff game in Detroit.
This isn't a win-win. I want to see the Lions win a freaking playoff game. It's like our first home game in 2 decades. But no, personally, like I guess if the Rams do happen to beat us, I would be rooting for them then. But that's definitely
he's already rooting for the Rams. He can't help it. You're already rooting for the Rams.
But I have a backup plan. I have an emergency plan. Like I have another girl's phone number, and I'm willing to call her and invite her to the bar.
Who is that? Who is that? Is that Jared Goff?
No, Zach Ertz. Do you think she's hot? Do you think she would fit? Like if we're without Laporta?
So it does sound like Laporta, of course. Dan Campbell, football guy, playing everyone the entire game. Now it sounds like he hyperextended his knee and a bone bruise. So it sounds like he won't play on Sunday. Has a chance to play later on in the playoffs if they are so fortunate to get the win.
In Noah's example, little Pediasure, be right back at it for brunch on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love Zach Ertz, but the fact that he asked for his release and no one signed him probably tells you where Zach Ertz is at. I would, you got Brock Wright, you got guys that are already on the team. Like, I don't know, bringing in a guy this late, maybe.
He would have to know everything. Like, it would have to be one of those things.
Like him coming in and helping to learn the offense. He's not like he's probably not in amazing shape right now.
Actually, that's just going to get you in trouble. Don't dial that phone number.
Don't dial that phone number. Go home, jerk off. No, you'll be fine. Anything you do right now, you're going to regret.
I'll order a pizza. Sounds like a good plan. That's why you guys are the lifeline. Like I can trust you guys. Thank you very much.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling in.
Talk to you guys later.
Cheers.
Ryan, he said he's going to order a pizza. Hopefully he orders a Little Caesars, because Little Caesars is the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. I had a horrible NFL day with the Eagles losing. What a disaster. The only thing that saved it was the Little Caesars pizza. I mean, there's nothing better than drowning your sorrows in that delicious pretzel-y crust with the pepperoni piled high, those little salty sprinkles. I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, they got a brush, just brushing that crust with nice butter, making it golden brown. It is succulent, delicious, and it's going to be a playoff staple. So make sure you get some Little Caesars pizza. You can get it delivered or in store with the Pizza Portal pickup. Grab some friends and enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars pizza.
I will say, in terms of the brands we've gotten a chance to partner with over the years, Little Caesars is. I mean, it's so quickly entered the pantheon of just right away.
It's all time. It's great to have products that I enjoy. We get to talk about. Ryan, we have breaking news. We have breaking news. And
I'm good looking.
Yes, okay. That's what we're talking about. Adi in the chat, social media guru for us. He broke the news to us in the chat. I've just confirmed it. Arthur Smith has been relieved of his coaching duties. I thought he was safe. Wasn't he safe?
No.
Barring a late season collapse. That was the last time Arthur Smith. The last thing that happened to Arthur Smith was a head coach was Jameis Winston scored a meaningless touchdown to rub it in. Jameis Winston broke Arthur Smith. Brian, do you think he still gets fired if he doesn't tell Dennis Allen to fuck off? If you haven't seen the clip, him yelling at Dennis Allen was just amazing.
A lot to unpack here. I was probably a little bit off on Arthur Smith in hindsight. I do think that whoever comes in, immediately the Falcons become the team that everyone thinks is hot and sexy.
They still need a quarterback.
Sure, I agree with you.
Desmond Ridder.
I'm just predicting the future right now. But the way that his career ended, I mean, for a guy who is literally Billy Madison in the NFL coaching profession, for him to go out like a petulant child and complain about a touchdown, you gave up 48 points. You gave up 41 points went to 48 points because Jameis wanted to get it done. And secondly, if you're going to come out like a hardo, you're bigger than Dennis Allen. Get in that man's face.
This is bullying.
Get in his face. Get in his face.
Jameis explaining what happened was really funny. Because he was like, oh, that wasn't on DA. That was a team decision. I think what Jameis cracks me up. Like he's just got a funny voice. Like when I hear him talk, I don't know why. It's like he needs to do animated voices for a cartoon.
You hear truth. That's what truth sounds like.
Well, he said it was a team decision for him to score that touchdown, and don't get mad at DA.
Fuck. I mean, every other team is doing stuff for guys that isn't. They gave Derrick Henry a fucking microphone at the end of the game. What are we getting mad about? Arthur Smith ended his career in the most perfect way possible. You are a private school pussy. Your dad's a billionaire.
Wow. Does he grow the mustache back, Ryan?
Well, that life. I mean, I said R.I.P. to that lifestyle choice. Really, kind of metaphorically speaking about Arthur Smith, not the mustache. But let's, in hindsight, also strange mustache. If he wasn't a coach, you'd probably be calling the cops if that man was staring at your front door.
Ryan.
No, allegedly.
Now, I don't know how he missed this in the discussion of the Eagles and Giants, but
we just.
I noticed you have a beard, Ryan.
What do you mean?
No, you have a beard.
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to have a mustache?
Yeah, it'll happen eventually. Eventually consistent.
56.7 for Darren Waller. Dallas Goedert coming in with 26.9. So that is 20.2 days of a mustache.
Say those numbers again.
I'm seeing
56 and 26.
Sorry, let me confirm. I always forget to switch to full point.
You keep using standard.
134.9 for Dallas Goedert.
A huge difference.
And then 107.8 for, or sorry, 103.7 for Darren Waller. So you just added on. Now you're at 31.2 days. So you just added on 11 days to your sentence. Thank you for your honesty.
Well, I mean, Manscaped, where are they at? Where are they at right now? Because do they want to? I got some real estate here that's about to become available.
Have you decided what kind of mustache? Are you gonna go the long mustache with some mustache wax?
No, I mean, first of all, I'm still a man. All right, okay. I don't plan on starting to just fucking put makeup on because I want to have a sick ass mustache. Maybe smoke some reds. I'm certainly wax. What the fuck are you asking me right now?
No, you've never heard of you can make your mustache really long since you're going to be.
You
growing
asking
it for
me to step out? I got a wife and kids, dude. You asking me to put mustache wax on?
No, I'm asking.
Jesus Christ!
What are you planning on doing for your mustache?
I don't know. What would I would I'm halfway between just going straight Arthur Smith style mustache, and maybe I evolve it. Maybe it starts as that, and I add on to it as I go. Maybe I add some handlebars.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those long, handlebar-y. Start braiding it.
What? Why do you keep wanting me to accessorize my facial hair?
No, I want
wax,
it to be. I want it
braids.
I want it to be an interesting mustache. It's your mustache.
Is anyone else really puzzled right now with the line of questioning that's happening right now?
No, the audience would love to see you grow out like those super long curly mustaches.
I'll have my daughter bedazzle it. She just got this tool to put gems in her hair, so I'll get a couple gems. You want me to Fu Manchu it? Maybe get the soul.
Fu Manchu it looks sweet.
Should I get the
soul patch?
The creepy
Ryan, I know we didn't discuss the soul patch, but I will allow it. I'm a man who stands by his word.
Here's the problem too is like it's a tough time to be going into a potentially creepy look. They're about to release the Epstein list. I don't want someone to accidentally think that I had.
They already released it. Right?
Did they?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm being told there's still teasers. There's still more to come. But yeah, I don't want to be mistaken for someone who could be on a list. Soul patch. I feel like a lot of soul patches were on Epstein Island. So I'm going to steer clear of the soul patch.
Well, David Copperfield, definitely is a soul patch.
I'm just saying, go through images in history. A lot of guys are like, yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Epstein Island. All right,
do we have more calls?
We have so many callers.
All right, get to the callers.
All right. Again, I think I'm going in order of operations, but we also just have to get to the old man Boston Capper before he falls asleep. Golf season is back.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Golf gambling podcast with a fancy new logo, Sean. And I'm sure he's here to talk about the end of the Bill Belichick era, getting punked by the New York Football Jets.
The Jets?
Some would say the Jets got his career started in New England too. So some beautiful symmetry here. That's an embarrassing way to go out. Capper, how we feeling? I mean, the idea that Capper would have this shit working.
Capper, you're on the line.
My bad.
Who says that?
Not me.
Oh, you messed up?
No, I'm saying my bad for thinking Capper could.
Who's next up, Ryan?
You want to talk to Dick Puncher?
Sure.
I'll leave Capper there just in case he figures it out.
Dick Puncher on the line.
He's probably going to brag about his Packers.
Yeah, congrats to your Packers. Got it done in the playoffs. How you feeling?
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Boys, we did it.
Yes.
We did it. Packers to the playoffs. We still own the Bears. Jordan Love is him, and my pockets are fatter than McCarthy after an all-you-can-eat buffet. Youngest team to ever make the playoffs, baby. Woo!
Well, congrats. And I've been critical of Jordan Love. I thought he played a pretty good game there, made a couple really nice throws. He did have that boneheaded fumble, but are you worried? Are you worried that by winning the playoffs, you may have also helped get rid of Justin Fields for the Chicago Bears and enter in the Caleb Williams era? Are you worried that maybe that is one unintended side effect of this win?
Let me tell you, one of my favorite things to do is to tune in to the Bears media and podcasts after like the ones that do shows just like you guys, but like right after the Bears finish, and just
soak
like
it
their
in.
pain, their anger. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, they cannot decide, do we get rid of Eberflus? Do we get rid of the OC? Do we get rid of Fields? If we draft a quarterback, which one do we draft? I mean, like they have no clue what's going on over there. I don't know what they're going to do, but whatever they're going to do, they're going to fuck it up. If they draft Caleb Williams, believe they're going to fuck him up. Well, it doesn't matter.
Oh yes. And I mean, breaking news right over on DraftKings, promo code SGP. The Green Bay Packers open up. I think it was at 7. I'm seeing 7.5 right now. 7.5 point dogs in Dallas. We will all be chanting "Go Pack Go" on Sunday. It's early. What was your instant reaction about the matchup?
So I mean, look. I love it. Now we're going down to Aaron Rodgers Stadium. And I say that because the Packers have never lost in Jerry's world. Amazingly, the first game the Packers won there was their Super Bowl against the Steelers. A Super Bowl they won, by the way, as a wild card, beating the Bears on a win in the last game of the season. Right? And who are we meeting down there? Old Pillsbury Doughboy himself, our former ice cream taster and coach, Mike McCarthy.
And shout out to the NFL scriptwriters. I mean, there have just been so many good storylines that they're working in. The Packers going up against Mike McCarthy, the Rams and Stafford squaring off against the Lions.
Mike, the size of many men, McCarthy.
Yes, exactly. Eagles, they lost a playoff game in Tampa. They have a chance for revenge. The Swifties are now going to have to all get Peacock so they can watch the game for the Chiefs. I'm also really enjoying the chat because Joe said, quote, "Why do they call him Dick Puncher?" And then Nick writes, "Because that's his name, Joe."
He needs to tune into the pregame.
Yes, you're a pregame show star. I feel like people who miss the pregame shows, you're missing out on epic Dick Puncher rants. He pumps us up on the pregame show about how we got to punch all the bookies in the dicks, and so you're feeling. It sounds like kind of confident Packers going into Dallas.
I like it, man. I mean, no matter what happens, honestly, this really has been a phenomenal season. I mean, if you told me we were going into the playoffs, having owned the Bears, I know I went off on the pregame about how amazing Jordan Love's stats have been. He's literally been like over the second half of the season, statistically, like the number one quarterback. He's got 32 total passing touchdowns now, 11 interceptions. I believe only Dak has more passing touchdowns than him. He's got 36 total touchdowns. I mean, over the second half of the season, he's number one in passing, at least coming into this weekend. He was number one in passing touchdowns, number one in, for the second half of the year. Second half of the year, number one in total touchdowns, number one in passing yards, third in completions. And then today he comes out and against a defense you guys yourself were touting as, it's going to be a tough one. He throws for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Really, probably should have had more touchdowns. I mean, he had one that, Romeo just dropped, and then another one that, frankly, I still believe was a catch pinned up against the leg, but they said that wasn't.
You know what? This I can trace this back to when
going back to Noah's metaphor for a second, right? I feel like, because I was thinking about this when he's saying it, I feel like I had one of the hottest girls of all time, and then she went off to New York, to the big city, right? Then I replaced her with an even hotter all-time chick, right? Then she went off to New York, got fat, let herself go, pulled a McCarthy, and here I fucking am, with an even younger chick who has literally been statistically the hottest chick in the country for the past 2 months and is one of the top 3 or so over the past year. I mean, this is amazing.
I like the idea
on cloud 9.
I love debating hot statistics.
I love Dick Puncher as like Matthew McCarthy. Like, yeah, they get younger every year. I stay the same age. Well, enjoy your playoff berth, Dick Puncher, and we will be rooting for you come Sunday.
Oh yeah, I assume we'll hear from him between now and then.
Yes, thanks very much. Go Pack, go, and go Blue tomorrow. Harbaugh, baby, let's go.
Go Blue. Oh, Kramer, so much to get to.
The least endearing quality about Dick Puncher.
He's a Michigan man.
Guy. All right, you want to try Capper again?
Sure. Has he figured out how to use his phone?
I don't know. I mean, you throw an old guy into space. God help us all. What's up, Capper?
Oh, there he is.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Capper, what does it feel like to have the coach of the most losses in NFL history?
Listen, it's been a ride. I was kind of sad today. It was so weird. Like, I hate to see us go out against the Jets like that. Like Bill, like just sick with his hoodie up, and I don't know. He deserves to go out better than that. Like, he need to be up like a pyre. You know what I mean? Like, put him out. Let's send some flaming arrows out and burn him to death. And that's the way a warrior should go out. That's the way Bill should go
Viking
out.
Funeral for Bill Belichick.
Yeah, exactly.
He shouldn't go out as the Commander's coach.
First of all, the beginning of this podcast, you guys, mom and dad, you guys were fighting and ruining my birthday party. Like, this energy that you guys had at the beginning was horrible.
Ryan's gonna come at me, and then like he's just trying to provoke me. What am I supposed to say?
I'm just saying, listen, you're ruining the birthday party. And Dick Puncher, he sounds young. And listen, as somebody who's had a heart attack, lay off the nose beers, buddy. That's all I'm saying. Lay off the nose beers.
I think he's just pure energy, because he brings the same energy to the pregame show. So I don't know.
Capper, young people don't need cocaine for energy anymore.
They got Adderall.
Yeah. That's what I started on, and then I went to cocaine. That's how it worked.
The more you know. Capper, do we think Bill Belichick is the head coach for the New England Patriots next year? It's over, right?
Listen, I hope so, but I listen, man. All these fucking sideline reporters keep going back and forth. I don't know. Like, I'm terrified. Like, is he really going to come back? We have a top 3 pick. And now what? We're gonna let him draft some fat fuck lineman.
Trade
He's
down.
not gonna make a quarterback. He's gonna trade back. We're gonna have the 15th pick in the first round and 9,000 like the 3rd and 4th round picks. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare. I want him to go. I was sad to see how it ended today. Like, man, the crowd was empty. There was no like, "We love you, Bill" chants. None of that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, he deserves to go out better than the way he did today.
Spoiled Boston.
It made me sad.
It's like it's an old guy who just shit himself. Oh man, that's horrible.
Sad.
So what team? If it's not the Patriots, Sean, what team is it?
Yeah, where is he coaching next year?
I mean, San Diego's like the perfect spot, right?
If they had a team,
yeah,
you know what I mean, fucker.
I don't see. I think the situation makes sense for him, but I can't imagine him wanting to work with Dean Spanos. Like, having Dean Spanos as your boss, I could see him not like the Patriot way, while also like the team is super cheap and doesn't want to and is renting their stadium. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the perfect match.
How long? When did Josh Harris buy the Sixers?
A couple years ago.
Was it like relative to when Doc Rivers was brought in to be the coach?
Oh wait, no, never mind. He's been the owner for a long time. Okay. Sorry.
Because I wonder. There's a lot of smoke.
I just became aware.
There's a lot of smoke in Washington.
He's not going to fucking Washington. No shot. No, he's not.
They'll let him be the GM.
Yeah, I think they would. That does make sense.
He loves Navy right down there in Maryland. I don't know, Capper. What would be the worst outcome for you as a fan to see him? You said you didn't like seeing him go out, losing to the Jets like a punk bitch. What team would make it hurt even more?
I mean, I don't think a team. I don't know. I kind of. I don't know. It's not like Brady. Like when Brady left, like I wanted to see him win. I wanted to see him stuff it in the Patriots' face. So I don't have the same feeling with Bill. I just want him to go out better than he did. Like it was just such a sad sack season, and it just made me sad. Like, and I haven't been like football sad in a while. As a Patriots fan, it's hard to be football sad because we were the best for a very long time. And I was football sad today just to see Bill like that. Like I don't know. I don't want him to go to the Redskins, but a terrible fucking organization. Not necessarily want him to go to the Chargers either. Like, but at least he's got Herbert there and maybe some weapons. Fuck, I don't know, man.
Feels like Noah talking about Stafford. Capper's gonna have a second team wherever Belichick lands. That's what I'm.
Bullshit. No bullshit. I fucking rooted for Brady to win that fucking Super Bowl just because they could stuff it in our face. And listen, I root for the laundry. I'll always root for the laundry. Period. End of story.
Any thoughts? Super wild card weekend. Instant reaction, Capper.
Oh, I can't fucking wait to fade fucking Miami in Kansas City. It's super fucking cold weather. Oh, that Mahomes blows. Yes, I'm aware. And Andy Reid is like 3 steps away from being in diabetic shock. But fucking that's a crush spot. And the Bills will maybe make the Super Bowl, I guess, because the AFC is so weak. And then we'll just get absolutely stomped out by the NFC to make all the fat fuckers in Buffalo very, very sad, like Adam Pelletier.
Another loss for the Bills in the Super Bowl?
No way. No, this would be different.
Another one. They never win a Super Bowl. They will never win a Super Bowl. It's the Bills.
You know what the issue is? In the playoffs, you got to run the ball. They got to show that they can run the ball in the playoffs.
Bills Mafia.
They got Fournette. They got Fournette now. Of course they can run the ball. What are you talking about? They got a 36-year-old smoker who can run the ball 2 yards in a cloud of dust. Of course they can run the ball.
Bills fans are the best. I know that everyone put the bookmark and the reminder because all these people are just replying to 4-month-old tweets from me. It's just it's relentless. These Bills fans. They're hot right now. You know what the Bills remind me of? Reminds me of a New York Giants team from a couple of years ago. They got hot and ended up beating the best team ever. Which I think we're calling the San Francisco 49ers right now.
Oh, they already won.
The parallels are there.
Welcome.
I blacked that out.
Welcome to UAB in the chat says, I took 500 milligrams of edibles and have been drinking since noon. I can basically predict the future. Bill Belichick is coaching in Carolina in 2024.
No shot.
With
a hedge fund guy, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Get the bag one more time.
That's an easy cop out for the Panthers owner. Like, hey, look, I hired Belichick. What more do you want?
Also, Belichick can be like, he's a bad guy. He's worse than I am.
Yeah,
he's
but Belichick's not going to go there. They don't have a draft pick. He doesn't like Bryce Young because
he sucks. Yeah,
he's a tiny guy.
All right, thanks for calling in, Capper.
I love you, boys. Happy New Year.
Yep, happy New Year. Let it ride. Hey, Ryan, before we get to our next caller, shout out to Game Time. Maybe we got Game Time coming up. We got 6 awesome playoff games. We got the even if you're trying to score a ticket to the national championship game last minute, Game Time is the place to go. Perfect for the playoffs, any sort of big events. And it's not just sports. They got you covered: concerts, comedy, theater, whatever you are getting tickets for. Game Time is where you want to go. They got the low price guarantee. Hook you up there. If you can find a lower price, same section, same row for less, they will refund you 110% of the difference. You can't do it. So don't even try. GameTime.co, promo code SGPN. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create the account, redeem the code SGPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
All right, Sean. Yeah, more Lions talk, I guess.
Ooh,
next up, we got Easy. Who I don't even think it's nice. We shouldn't do this, but there's a clip on the pregame show of Easy saying, "I just want the team to not get injured."
I know, Easy. You called into the pregame show. You were saying how your biggest concern was
it's just
them getting injured, and unfortunately, I'm in the same boat. My team got a bunch of frustrating injuries, but how we feeling? First playoff game in your lifetime. How we feeling about the matchup against the Rams coming up Sunday night?
Yeah, so it's never good when you randomly hear clips of yourself on social media.
You're a star, Easy.
Yes. Oh, and shout out to Lions Nation. They must have discovered Ryan and I. There's a clip of us giving the Lions a draft grade.
Oh man,
I think I said F. Ryan maybe said D, but I still think, and I stand by this. Yeah. Yes, they did better in the draft, but if you watch the clip, it was just about giving a draft grade for that first round. That was where we were acting to. Drafting Jahmyr Gibbs at 12, I still think is not a good idea.
And Sean, I don't evaluate a draft class over a year. I'm not a donkey.
5 years.
Give me 5 years. Who are these people? They don't know anything.
So all these Lions fans are in our mentions.
So
Easy.
funny.
They're really coming at me hard. I mean, I like you. I like Detroit Lions fans, but man, they're really firing me up.
We're gonna have to talk to Derek, have him call off the horses.
Oh yes.
Although Easy is a fan influencer. Clearly, well, he's getting clipped.
And Ryan burying the lead. I mentioned on I think on the pregame show or so. Ryan and I, if you've been following our slot journey,
the slot
for the NFL slot machine, past couple weeks haven't been good for us playing as Eagles or Giants.
I may have retired.
Yeah, Ryan retired from the NFL slot machine. We're hanging out after the show, and Derek's like, "Hey, you guys ever think of playing with a different team?" And Ryan and I were like, "Yeah." So we decided we would play as the Detroit Lions. Ryan and I playing together as the Lions. And I'll tell you, the Lions slot machine went on an insane heater. We got up to 50 free spins, which is crazy. And it was just win after win after win. We got Lions highlights left and right. So if that's any indicator, if the NFL slot machine is the truth sayer that we believe it to be, could be a nice outcome for you guys Sunday night. Knock on wood. But the Detroit Lions playing as the Detroit Lions on the NFL slot machine over at Circa was a cash fueled experience. Ryan, I think we put in $300, cashed out $600. It was a nice Friday night there.
It started very cold.
It's
did. Almost like it. And I was like,
you know what? This is what happens when we choose the Lions, and then out of nowhere, back against the wall, Lions went on an amazing slot.
And just for like full transparency, for those who think maybe we're doing like some satire, we're setting up a bit. No, it actually was just like a cold conversation from Derek. He's like, "Hey, you ever think?" So not only was he thinking about us playing the NFL slot machine, he was thinking about the idea that we would play with a different team that isn't our team. Yes. And he wanted to ask, wanted to spend the small amount of time that we spend together at that bar every Friday night to ask us that question.
Yes. So Easy, how are we feeling? Sunday night at home against the Rams. Sam Laporta probably not playing. Khalif Raymond a little banged up. Amon-Ra a little banged up. How are we feeling right now? Instant reaction.
So the Rams were probably the team I wanted to play the least.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. I mean, like when Noah was saying that the Lions fans aren't sure if we're going to boo or cheer for Stafford, there's no way he doesn't get a standing ovation coming in. That being said, Ford Field's going to be more packed for this game than it has been since it was created. So there's definitely going to be a lot of noise. And the one way to rattle Stafford and this Rams offense is by getting pressure. I mean, Stafford's basically a statue back there. And what we've done in the last 3 or 4 games is get pressure. You know, Aiden Hutchinson has 5 sacks in the last 2 games. Aleem McNeil, Buttercup, he's getting back there since he's healthy again. You know, we have a couple of guys off the edge, Anzalone and Brian Branch when they blitz. So if we can get pressure on him and CJ, GJ, and Melifonwu can play even decent defense in the secondary, I think we have a shot at winning. But I'm not confident. I am a Lions fan.
Yes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of demons, maybe being expelled, maybe not. Awesome game. And again, shout out to the NFL script writers. Really just amazing writing this season.
I mean, looking at some of these numbers for the playoffs, it's like, oh boy, they did seem to hook the Lions up in terms of giving them the maximum home juice here for the spot. Sean, if this is sleepy, early start on Sunday, I get it. It's still a playoff game, but
I think the fact that it's a playoff game, but you're right. Sunday night, they're going to be lit. So, all right.
And the whole world is going to be on the Rams. This narrative is not like a secret. People love Stafford. People love Puka Nacua. This story, McVay, he's a pretty boy. Everyone's going to want to find a way. Like I do believe that by the time we get to kickoff, there's definitely going to be a lot more bets on the Rams and the Lions. That would be
I agree with that. I haven't looked at what the spread is yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if by kickoff 70 to 75% of the handles on the Rams.
What's your guess on the number? Easy. I'm looking at it right now.
I would say we're 2.5 point favorites.
3.5 point favorites.
Oh wow.
Oh no, easy.
Oh, easy.
Hey, like I said, I'm a Lions fan, like the injuries, that's why I said it pregame. They did not surprise me. I honestly thought it would be Goff. But I saw that coming. Like the Lions have been shafted since the Great Depression. It's something that we're used to. So
all right. Well,
I'm pulling for Dan Campbell.
Yeah, you got to pull for Captain Caffeine.
Hey, easy. Appreciate you calling in, man. I'm sure we'll hear from you in the pregame show.
Yep, appreciate y'all.
All right, let it ride.
All right, the hits keep on coming. I'm sure Serial's here to say something nice about his team and not bring up anything about the Philadelphia Eagles. He wouldn't do that. He's a good guy.
I'm not that good.
What's up, Serial?
What's up? How you guys doing?
I've been better.
Sad that the season's over, but happy the playoffs are here.
Playoffs are here. Eagles are in the playoffs. Everyone's 0-0 in the playoffs. Fresh start. Are you worried, Serial? You're playing the red hot Packers, 7.5 point home favorites. How are we feeling about your gross Cowboys at home?
Well, 16 other teams tried, right? Good luck, Packers. It sounds like they just won their Super Bowl by how excited Dick punched.
I was gonna say,
I don't know.
Yeah, reacting.
I don't
to
come in here boasting about beating a bad team 17-9, do I?
No, but I do think that Dick punched. I heard very clear vibes of we're happy to be here. We're happy to be here with the youngest team ever. That was a tough one. I
kind of already setting the expectations of like, hey, it doesn't matter.
And McCarthy's going to be extra up to beat his old team. I hate this because it's a good spot for the Cow. I would never say this publicly. It's a great spot for the Cowboys, Sean.
Why are you touting the Cowboys, Ryan?
I'm not. I just said I would never say it publicly. We're just here amongst friends.
Easy. Any thoughts on the playoffs in general?
Oh, easy left, dog. It's
Serial. Oh, Serial. Yeah, come on, Sean. Yes,
but
that was him.
I don't know, man. I just want to shout out the fact that when he had me on in preseason, called the 12-5 season to a T. Shout out Cowboys Nation, 12-5 for 3+ years. Nobody else doing it like us. And also CeeDee Lamb, dude's a monster. You better make your top 10 next year.
It did seem like they were trying to stack stats for Dak to get a backdoor in the MVP conversation, maybe.
Yeah, good luck. Lamar already has it.
By the way, we're 48 minutes into the show. Didn't even mention the fact that I took down the big boy today. But boy, CD really did make me sweat. A couple teams were coming for me. Sean, that's the fourth takedown of the big boy for me in 18 weeks. Oh my God! Hello, world. Yeah, no, as much as I hate to admit it, it does seem like there aren't a lot of teams that you have to say are better than the Cowboys entering the playoffs right now. Cowboys are hot. Big win over the Commanders. Didn't trip like some other people heading into the playoffs. And they get, honestly, if you're a Cowboys fan, you're not worried about fucking the Jordan, regardless of what Dick Puncher said about his stats in the second half. You're not worried about playing the fucking Packers.
Yeah, I guess
neither of them are going to be worried about the Bucks next week.
Zing.
Already looking past the playoffs. How's that worked for you the past 30 years, Serial?
I mean, we've done all right in the wild card games.
Okay,
Sean, I don't know if you saw
that's a strong town.
Did you see what I posted last night? I posted the great clip where Tony Romo botches the snap against the Seahawks.
Oh, that's just a classic moment. Memory.
I don't know if I've shared this, but my cousin who grew up in the Seattle area actually had as one of those kind of long like photos you would have a sports moment. That was the moment in his bedroom growing up. It's Tony Romo being tackled short of the goal line.
Can you get that as a fathead?
It just struck me as an odd moment. But yeah, no, I mean, it's serial. If I'm power ranking confidence of fan bases heading into the season, I think you have to put the Bills and Cowboys above the Niners, in my mind.
I don't know. I was pretty confident, but I know I'm coming into like hater land. So I got to be ready to defend myself.
Yeah, no, you got to put your shield up. But yeah, no, I think just in the general vibes, it feels like Bills and Cowboys feel like they're going to be playing in the Super Bowl the most. Niners, I think the fan base is a little cautious after what's happened, of late. So
Niners smacking everybody in the NFC. So I mean, it's a tough road. That one's going to be for anyone a tough game.
Serial, have you already called off from work for the parade? Tell your boss now. You don't want to. You don't want to
parade for winning the wild card games.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, if you're in college, you do. I mean, the way that Michigan celebrated that semifinal victory, rushing the field.
Oh wow.
I mean, catching. Yeah. I mean, come on. Michigan's always going to catch shrapnel. All right.
Did they already call that off in Philly?
Oh. Yeah, it sounds like
we're taking it one game at a time.
The parade's been canceled.
Like the parade's off in Philly.
We're 0-0. We're focused on Tampa Bay. We're not looking past
I can't see,
anyone.
But Sean, do you have your jersey on today?
No, I took it off.
The evolution 51 minutes into the show. I can already see the Rocky music playing and the underdog speech coming that you got mad at me about earlier in the show. Adi, please clip the beginning of the show and then clip Sean playing. All right. Serial. Any other playoff thoughts?
Yes. Here we go. Let's go. We're going to beat the Packers. Move on to the next game.
Ryan's turning into a Cowboys fan. You guys would be.
I mean, I know because he's heard me sweet talk.
You should get Serial. You should get him a jersey.
I told you we were going to get him at home, dog. I wish the money line was plus 13.
We did just get Serial some Cowboy swag too, off the record.
Oh yeah.
I would never say this publicly, but we just got him some Cowboys gear. I mean, we're men of our word. We pay our debts.
Yes.
All right, Serial. Worst of luck to the Cowboys. Talk to you soon.
Good luck.
All right, the hits keep coming. Producer of the Golf Gambling Podcast and a Steelers fan who's probably happy today.
Cameron Kerr, what's happening, Cameron?
What's up, boys? Here we go, Jaguars, baby.
Yeah, Jags stumble.
So obvious.
We're all over the Titans money line. Kramer had them as their dog.
Lock. Titans were a lock.
Oh, Titans were your lock.
I screwed that up. I had the Dolphin. I slid the Dolphins in the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Still got down on some sweet Titans money line. Cameron, how we feeling? Sneaking into the playoffs here. I'm seeing the spread. It was 10. Now it's 9.5. Is there already a disrespect narrative brewing in Pittsburgh?
So I actually have some inside info, and sorry if I'm a little quiet. My kids are sleeping in the next room. We spent the day traveling to the beautiful legal gambling state of Colorado.
Oh,
so out here.
Oh, well, also real quick, Cam, it does sound better when you have inside info to be whispering a little bit. So it was great for both effects.
Nah, so I reached out to our friend Jeff Benson over at Circa. He said that they opened the line at plus 11, took multiple limit bets, and brought it down to 9.5. I already got it at plus 10 since I can actually bet here, so I'm happy about that. A little bit of disrespect, but I can see why. But this is a brand new Steelers team, and if you look at the weather report, they're expecting 20-mile-an-hour winds in Buffalo next Sunday. And shout out Serial. He's going to know firsthand how it is in Buffalo. And the run game has just looked night and day. And over the last 3 weeks, we've become the best rushing team in the NFL, basically, with with the way Najee and Jalen are playing right now. So I love the Steelers with 10 with all this weather and the win. They're not going to be able to take advantage of the secondary injuries, and we're getting the KZ back. And I do know that TJ's out, but Nick Herbig, dog, he's going to step in, come in clutch, and get another couple turnovers like he did the last couple weeks.
So TJ Watt, he's officially out, because obviously he's a guy that impacts the line.
Who's the quarterback?
Mason is going to be the quarterback again. That you can't switch now.
No, and yeah, Kenny Pickett could have played on Saturday, but they believe in Mason. They like what, and you guys get the extra day of rest. But so TJ Watt is officially out. You're saying?
Oh, I don't know officially, but he had an MCL sprain. So you gotta think that
put a little ice on that thing. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone can do it, it's TJ. And if he would have torn his ACL, I think I would have had to tear my ACL out of respect for him. But I think, if anyone can play, he's going to play if he can. And like I said, I think Nick and Alex Highsmith can step in and fill in for him against Josh Allen.
It is, and congratulations to Mike Tomlin once again, winning more games than he loses.
Yes,
but this does, like, instant reaction for me on this one, Sean. This is the game where we always have a couple, maybe blowouts, wild card weekend. Maybe we see a team that's classy and a team that's not so classy. It feels like
there's always one double-digit spread week, super wild card weekend. This is the biggest spread, but yeah, I wish TJ Watt was playing, because it does impact the game. But to your point, Cameron, like any sort of weather, anything that can slow down the Bills' offense, certainly.
Mason Rudolph in the playoffs. I was kind of focusing on that aspect of it.
He's a different Mason.
Man, I've watched every snap the last 3 weeks. He reminds me. He's had some throws like that one to Pickens where it was a diving catch on like 3rd and 14. That was vintage, like Big Ben, sit in the pocket and just tough out that throw. Like he's different. I think maybe I'm being a little too optimistic, but he's looked a lot better.
We're getting real close here. We're really. I think the data is going to show us something here. That was me being a Steelers conspiracy. Yeah, no, Mason Rudolph. That's the problem. From the spread is the spread.
Yeah,
I understand why people ran to go bet it right away. I'm not so sure I would have done that. I'm not so sure I would. If I was, I'd be running to play the Bills right now.
Yeah, so I also spent some time at the Dallas airport this morning, and a lot of Cowboy fans, they fear Green Bay,
really?
no matter who it is. And I can tell you that Tarek's confidence isn't reciprocated amongst a lot of Cowboys fans. And I was even at a wedding with a bunch of Cowboys fans. They were all like, dang, I really hope we don't get the Packers. And even my wife, who's a diehard Cowboys fan, was like, dang, they're a little nervous.
Well, after the way she treated me on that opening weekend when the Cowboys were killing the Giants, I wish her nothing but the worst luck in the playoffs.
Well, and that Packers defense is, I know they played pretty good against the Bears, but you certainly are a little worried if you're a Packers backer there about the Packers defense against that Cowboys offense. So. Cameron, you're already down on the Steelers +10. Anything else jumping out at you as we're looking at the super wild card weekend opening numbers?
Yeah, so I've already pulled the trigger on the Steelers +10 and the Texans +2.5. I'm just gonna keep riding this Texans team until it bites me. But the Browns gave up. I believe it. I haven't kept up with it, but at home at one point they let up like 30 points, and on the road they let up about 180.
Yeah, I
think this was like through week 14. So they are one of those teams where they need the home field advantage, and they're going to be in Houston. Houston's in a dome. the Texans fans are actually pretty passionate. They love CJ Stroud. They're gonna get up for it. I like them catching points at home, and I'm close to pulling the trigger on the Chiefs. The weather in Kansas City is also looking really bad. I think 14-mile-an-hour winds, and it's supposed to hit 0 degrees by the evening. So.
Yeah, I mean, Tua in cold weather. What's not to like?
Is he gonna wear one of those wetsuits?
Oh man,
the scuba suits.
There's so many good narratives already. There's so many good narratives. I'm kind of annoyed that the Browns and the Texans are playing because they're two teams I don't want to fade right now. Yeah, I mean, this Browns team has been on an incredible run. I mean, sans the week 18 where they benched everyone, but how can you go against Joe Flacco versus how can you go against CJ Stroud right now?
Because you can't. I would. First of all, whatever you believe about karmic energy, the Deshaun Watson element of this game gives Houston an edge. I think also we're probably going to get focused in on how maybe Cleveland shouldn't have rested that last week. The home road splits for both of these teams are going to stand out, and so yeah, I can already see where my handicap is going here. As much as I want to see Flacco versus the Ravens. This does seem like
I could see myself betting on the Texans, but also
rooting for Joe Flacco immediately.
having a future on the Browns to win the AFC, because I do think if this Browns team gets hot, but also to Cameron's point, the defense is a little different on the road versus at home. But man, they're not scared of anyone right now, and it'll be interesting to see. They did get that full week of rest as well coming in.
Do you want me to scrub that from the podcast? You just described a hedge. A future on one team and a bet against them.
I mean, I'm not actually going to do it. I'm just saying both are this Browns team. If they win, they can certainly go on a run versus I think if Houston wins this game, I don't see them going much farther, but it's the playoffs, man. I can't wait.
If you're a totals guy, the total's only 44. I like that. I like that over.
It does seem low, especially with the way Cleveland will pass the ball. Actually, that's a great angle. I might have a total for the postseason.
Ooh,
yeah, let's get crazy.
Yeah, Ryan, we got to load up on some totals. Only 6 games.
If I'm gonna have a mustache, I got to act a little differently too. I mean, I'm not doing wax though. I'm not. Come on.
I believe the road overs for the Browns this season were 7-0 or 8-0.
Oh wow!
So they're still undefeated.
Nice. All right, Cam.
All right, Cam. Thanks for calling in. Check out the Golf Gambling Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, Steve's back to doing like massive breakdowns on courses and stuff.
Yes.
Like just
check out their YouTube channel as well. Golf Gambling Podcast on YouTube does a ton of great video content, and the write-up, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Steve, really one of the best golf writers in the country.
Yep, we just gave out a 55-1 first round leader this week, and I got. Oh my god! I actually gave out the second place, so I'm coming off a little depression from that, but he ended up getting beat out on the last hole. So, but still, great start to the season. So yeah, definitely come check it out. We got the Sony Open in Hawaii this week, so definitely money to be made there.
Let's get it.
Golf has gotten so huge. It's crazy. I was over seeing the underdog stuff, the best ball. Just golf is like the new hot chick. Using analogies of hot chicks, golf is the new hot chick for bettors. Oh, I thought we had another caller.
Yeah, Ryan. Before we get to that, we do have all the contests coming to a close. I'm pretty sure I know all the winners, but we'll wait till our next NFL show to make an official announcement. I want to make sure.
So will that be on the Super Wild Card Weekend Pick Show?
Yeah, I think so. Nice. Well, what are we doing tomorrow morning? We're doing college basketball, and then
that's a good idea. We'll announce all
official contests, official announcements will be made on the pick show. So
that's good too, because sometimes people don't listen to all the shows, but they tune into the pick show. Well, and they're like, hey, when are you going to talk about the thing? It's like
we also have a big playoff contest coming as well. So we'll announce that on the pick show as well. Ryan, before we get to our next caller, check out Hall of Fame Bets. If you're looking to optimize some parlays, you got to check out Hall of Fame Bets. Head over to hofbets.com. Use the promo code SGPN. This tool is great when you're whether researching player props, game parlays, game lines. They got you covered. NFL. They also got NBA, even a little soccer action in there. You can download the app, use the promo code SGPN, get 50% off your first month, or just head over to HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app today. Bet smarter, not harder with Hall of Fame bets. Kramer,
we lost our caller.
Call
back, caller.
I feel like at this point everyone's over the week 18. I mean, any other is there stuff you would want to get to from the recap, Ryan?
I mean, it's more just season long future stuff. The Dolphins division stuff was a tough pill. Shout
out to my Bucks cashing the NFC South for me.
Yeah, certainly.
Formerly my Bucks, now instantly turned into an enemy.
Gonna have to go through some inventory there, and then we didn't really get to it up top because the Eagles Giants talk, but maybe the greatest week ever for ladder conversations.
My gosh, yes.
I mean, Khalil Shakir just shot the moon on the. If you watch the VSiN show, Derrick Henry to the moon.
Derrick Henry,
Nick Mullins to the moon.
Nick Mullins,
the D Hop, Calvin Ridley, 2x2. The 2x touchdown didn't come in, but I saw a lot of people reaching out to me. They took the Calvin Ridley and D Hop single tied together. As I feel like there was one more. Oh, Tyrod ladder came through big. Just a big day for ladders, and just situational spots. We kind of workshopped a lot of like Derrick Henry just has a smash last game. He goes completely bonkers. My Ryan Tannehill lineup, Sean, it cashed for me in the million. It got it. This was an all-time screenshot. My Ryan Tannehill lineup was in 56th place of the Millie Maker at like halftime this morning. So that it was a Derrick Henry, D Hop, Calvin Ridley bring back. Kind of hit it perfectly. So yeah, just a great way to close the season, considering how poorly I picked the sides. The props have been really out of control, and I can confirm I have been further restricted in some places.
Oh wow, Ryan. 3-2 in the Circuit Millions, closing out in the positive there. 45, 42 and 3. So nothing crazy, but above 500.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure most programs have been transparently tracking their picks in a 5-pick contest for the past decade. Not our best year.
What was our best year, Ryan?
You put me on the spot. I can dig that data up, but it would take some time. Our best year was pre-Circa. If you remember, Sean, the Superbook or the Super Contest paid, I believe, only like a top 30. And we finished right outside of that one time. So right outside min cash territory on a much smaller field was our best finish ever. But a handful of top 10% finishes.
Yeah. All right, man, looking forward to the playoffs. We should just officially announce all the lines, get any sort of instant reactions.
Over on DK, we got Browns head to Houston. That's the first game, the 1:30 game on Saturday. I think the Saturday games are both on ESPN or whatever. Cleveland is laying 2.5. 44 is the total. Miami catching 3.5 in the night game at Kansas City, 5:15 p.m.
Gonna be chilly.
Oh no, this is the Peacock game.
Tyreek Hill revenge game, right?
So first, the Deshaun Watson game. Then you have the Tyreek Hill revenge game.
Dolphins are really banged up.
Dolphins are very banged up. They do feel like dead man walking. Then you had the Sunday where you get the 3 games, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. You have the Steelers Bills game we were talking about with Cam Kerr. Interesting start time. If I'm a fan base and I'm pissed off about the time of my playoff game, it's the Bills game. I think that does maximize something weird can happen here. Territory. 9.5, 39.5 is the total. By the way, I didn't say it, but the Chiefs total only 43.5. Sean certainly reflects the potential weather there. 1:30, then it's the Mike McCarthy Bowl. Which, by the way, do we have a Steelers angle narrative wise? Just they've played some games before.
I said battling it out for ultimate blue collar city. This is the lunch, Ryan. We got to get your Virginia Tech lunch pail.
Yeah,
it's up for grabs.
Are we gonna temporarily
Steelers, Bills?
Okay, we'll get some stickers. We'll ask CJ to hit the sticker store and we'll dress it up. 1:30 on Sunday. The Packers, the Cowboys. Cowboys laying 7.5, like we were discussing with Serial earlier. 49.5 is the total.
Pretty high.
Instant reaction for me. It would be that's not a total guy, but that's a big number. Night game. Rams, Lions again. I do think this is the team that has been given the most advantage in terms of the situation. This night spot will be good for the Lions. Rams, maybe the most public side. I do think that would be my gut reaction there. Lions laying 3.5. 52 is the total, Sean. Woo, that a playoff game. You don't think that seems a little high? And then Monday night
playoffs.
This is an interesting game to isolate. You got banged up Baker, you got banged up Jalen, or maybe Mariota. I don't know. Was he benched or did he get hurt? 5 p.m. for some Monday night football. 2.5 for the Eagles on the road here. 44.5 is the total.
Everyone's going to be on the Bucks. Everyone. Yes. Have you heard? I mean, this is
crazy.
Has anyone said anything positive about the Eagles in Tampa?
It's kind of like, it's the throwaway game. Like they're going to finish Sunday night and they'll be like, oh, there's another playoff.
In the chat, if you're betting the Eagles, raise your hand right now. I know it's early.
The thing that makes me want to look to the Bucks the most is purely the number, but this number is short. Period. I said that about the Giants game too, though. The number's still short.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles are the worst team in the league. No one believes in them.
Todd Bowles. It's a good matchup for him.
Easy says no one wants Baker in the playoffs.
Baker's hurt, isn't he?
Yeah, he's banged up.
Mike Evans could really get loose in this secondary.
Oh yeah, defense is horrible.
Any chance Darius Slay comes back?
Yes, he will be back.
Are we going to allow Dick Puncher to talk any Mike Evans anytime? So will there be any Mike Evans anytime touchdown betting?
It didn't come through for them. They scored no touchdowns.
He's due.
They only put up 9 points against the Panthers.
What a weird game. And the Panthers, DJ Chark fumbled going into the end zone, and then they had a procedural penalty on another touchdown. I felt robbed not covering the Panthers today, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back shutouts for the Panthers with no first-round pick. You got to feel pretty good going into the offseason.
Any drinks get thrown this week?
Drinks? Oh no. Well, not that I've heard.
He threw one at a Jags fan. Hopefully, you don't throw shit at Bucks fans.
This is a great nugget from Steve Palazzo. Of the 5 first-round quarterbacks from the 2021 draft class, only Trey Lance is going to the playoffs.
Oh wow. Wow. Well, how? I mean, we are not that far away from Carson Wentz entering a playoff game. Joe Flacco will be in a playoff game.
Yeah.
How far is it? Is Trey Lance even possible? Probably not.
No, I don't think he's the backup. I think he's the emergency quarterback. So
what do we got to do?
Natural disaster would have to hit.
Mariota, we're not far away from seeing him in a playoff game. Just a potentially electric cast of characters.
Making Bacon saying sore ribs. I thought, yeah, he took a number of shots. He also, I think he tweaked something with his ankle. Like he does not seem.
Every shot they were showing him, he was limping in a different way. He was like
he's doing that thing where players are hurt when they look like they got to take a shit and they're just like So Bucks, we'll see you Monday night.
Oh, all right.
Audience, we'll see you tomorrow. Got some college basketball stuff. Gonna get the early start on some super wild card weekend content as well.
I'm looking at it right here. We have plans to talk about college basketball a couple times this week, including tomorrow. We got multiple postseason best ball. We got playoff challenge. We got picks. We got props. Maybe we even do a little bonus DFS episode. But week 18 was fun.
Ryan is trying to cancel the DFS show.
I'm glad we did.
I still keep arguing for it.
4-time big boy champion this year.
Do you get a jacket for that, Ryan?
How many times did you take it down?
Once I think.
Okay,
maybe. I got to look back.
I like that.
I haven't
unverified.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Right when the real over under is when will Ryan actually shave his beard and turn it into a mustache?
It'll happen.
What, like when you mail out the posters?
No, it'll happen.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that I can't go into the past. but I this will happen.
All right, stay tuned. Tweet out your guesses of when Ryan shaves his beard and turns.
Should
into
I have
mustache.
the mustache for Radio Row for the Super Bowl? That was kind of where I'm at.
Stay tuned.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
And appreciate all the reviews. Also announced this week. I know I keep saying it, but yeah, next shows we'll get to giving away some gift cards for the awesome reviews over on Apple Podcast. Appreciate that. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
Carson Wentz won today, and the Eagles lost.
Kramer, let it ride.